How do I look?
You look so beautiful.
I'm not overdressed.
Not if what you're saying is true.
What else could it be?
Those were his words. That there's going to be a marriage.
See, Mommy, those were his words.
How could he marry you if he's already married?
He's legally separated. Look, I don't know how the law works here. I just know what Thorne told me. And he said that if I married a U.S. citizen, I would not be deported. And that he had it all worked out.
But is this what you want, my child? To marry this man?
Yes. That's what I want. I love him. I know this now. I would have never thought that this could happen, but it has. I have to go.
It is the only way he can truly help her.
Yes, and he wants to help me. He's committed, and he promised that he would do whatever it took to keep me from being deported.
You're going to be late. Better get to the courthouse.
What do you think, Lucian? Do I look like a woman that Thorne Forrester would want as a wife?
He would be a fool not to want you, hermana.
Then I have your blessing.
If this man can keep you out of the hands of the Alvarez family, I will owe him a great debt. Vaya con Dios, mi hermana.
I'll call you both from the courthouse as soon as it's official.
We will be waiting.
Okay. Maybe you should be packing. I mean, you won't be living here once I'm Mrs. Thorne Forrester.
Oh, mija. Que Dios te bendiga.
I love you.
Your Honor, Miss Cortez should be here any minute, and then we can begin.
I'm surprised you didn't bring her yourself, Mr. Hart. That's usually the procedure.
Well, Your Honor, there wasn't any reason to.
This is Thorne Forrester.
Yes, I know. The one who hired the girl. Are you certain she's going to show up?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
She better.
She would not run, Your Honor.
Who are you?
Enrique Alvarez. I am a friend of Claudia Cortez.
I'll be frank, Mr. Alvarez. If Claudia Cortez is in this country illegally, it's highly unlikely that she won't be deported. She probably knows that. So it wouldn't be very unusual for her to take off.
Your Honor, we have an extenuating circumstance we'd like to talk about.
Well, wait until we're in session. We'll put it on the record.
Jonathan!
Hello, Stephanie. May I come in?
Please do.
Thank you.
Well, you're the last person in the world that I expected to see today.
Well, actually, Thorne asked me to stop by.
He did?
Yes, he told me about your stand on Claudia Cortez.
Oh, I see, my stand. Well, Claudia, she's broken the law, placed our company in a very bad light with the INS, and I believe has made some serious problems between Thorne and his wife. What's your stand on it?
Well, I feel exactly the way you do, or at least I did until I spoke to Thorne. Then I did some investigating on my own. I have a friend who has holdings in San Carlos.
Oh.
Yes, and there's little doubt that what Thorne is telling us is true. If the court deports Claudia Cortez, she's more than likely to be killed when she arrives in her country.
I'm starting to get a little nervous.
You thought I wouldn't show up for this?
So, you're okay with it? The marriage?
Yes, Thorne. It would be an honor to be your wife. begin to tell you what I've gone through since you called. I know you promised me that you would do whatever it took to keep me from being deported, but I never thought that you...
Claudia, whoa. Hang on just a second. Look, let's go out in the hall for a minute.
Thorne, what is it? What is he doing here?
Hello, Claudia.
What are you doing here?
Claudia.
You've come to laugh at me. Yes, so you can go home and call your family and tell them to be ready to kill me.
Claudia, please.
No, you go home and you call your father and you tell him I'm not going back. The next time you deal with me, you will deal with Claudia Cortez Forrester.
What?
I haven't had a chance to explain it to her yet, okay?
Explain
Claudia,
what to me?
Claudia, listen to me. Yes, you are gonna be married today. It is the only way that we can save your life. But I'm not the one that you are gonna marry.
You're not?
No.
But I thought...
Claudia, it's not even legally possible. I'm still married to Macy.
Well, then who? You said on the
Claudia.
phone.
Okay, listen. You are gonna be married today, okay? To someone who cares very, very deeply for you. In fact, this was his idea.
Who?
Me, Claudia.
You. Marry you. Oh my God, I would rather die. I would walk into hell. Marry a dog before I would marry you.
Claudia, listen to me. This is the only way that we can keep you here.
Well, then I will walk. I will crawl back to San Carlos before I agree to this.
Claudia, please, I beg you, listen to what you're saying.
How could you ever think I would agree to this? Do you know who this man is? No, you don't. His family may have killed my father.
Claudia, I know, okay? He's explained everything to me.
Well, then he lied to you because you would not ask this of me. I will not even consider this.
Claudia, listen to me. Do you want to get sent back? Do you want to put your life in jeopardy? Think about it. What about your mother, your brother? How are they going to survive?
They would never expect this of me. This is not the answer.
Claudia, there is no other answer.
Well, then let it be.
Claudia, damn it. That judge will deport you. Do not think she won't. Is that what you want?
No, Thorne, it is not what I want. But I cannot. I will not marry an enemy of my family. You want to help me? Huh? Then go call your father and tell him not to hurt me when I'm sent back.
Claudia, they will not listen to me.
Well, then I guess it's over. There's nothing left to discuss. I need to make a phone call.
You know, Jonathan, I think that my youngest son lives under the illusion that I can fix just about any problem.
It may not be such an illusion.
I really don't know how I can help that young woman. She's broken the law.
Stephanie, she doesn't deserve to die.
Well, of course she doesn't, Jonathan, but that's the attorney's job to convince the court not to deport her.
You're right. But from a lawyer's perspective, I can tell you he does not have much to work with. There's no question she entered this country illegally. Now, whether he can persuade the court with this argument about political asylum, well, it's anyone's guess.
But I mean, if he's as good an attorney as everyone seems to think, I just don't think there's anything that I could do that would possibly make a difference.
Stephanie, the family as prominent as yours, speaking on behalf of Claudia Cortez, it could make a big difference.
You really believe that?
Yes. And there's also the possibility that your son has feelings for this woman. And if he does, he's not going to be very quick to forgive you if you don't help.
Hello?
It's me, Mommy.
Claudia, what happened? Are you married?
No, Mommy, it didn't work out that way.
What do you mean?
Look, I don't have a lot of time right now. But I just wanted to call just in case.
Just in case what? Claudia, please. I want to know what's going on.
It doesn't look good, Mommy.
Are you saying, Are you saying that you might be deported?
It looks that way.
My baby. Little one.
Hermana, ¿qué pasa?
Lucian, listen to me. I need you to take care of Mama. I can't go back knowing she's in danger. I need you to promise me that you're gonna take care of her.
Claudia, I
Don't argue with me. We have no choice, Lucian.
Claudia, come on. They're ready to begin.
Lucian, say goodbye to Mommy for me. I love you both. Promise me you'll take care of her. Lucian, I need to hear you say it.
I will take care of her.
I love you, hermano.
We've been waiting, Miss Cortez.
I'm sorry I'm late, Your Honor.
Any luck?
No, she refuses.
You said she was going to agree.
Well, I was wrong, okay?
What the hell am I supposed to do here?
I'll buy some time.
All right. Case number 465923XC. The United States versus Claudia Carmen Cortez, defendant accused of illegal entry into the country. Counselor, how does your client plead?
Your Honor, we have a slight problem here.
What is it?
Because of a mitigating circumstance. Well, I've just learned at this very moment that the defense I had prepared for my client is insupportable. Now, this is not a result of a lack of preparation. It is purely an unforeseen...
Denied.
But excuse me, Your Honor.
You're requesting a continuance, right? Well, I'm denying that request. Mr. Hart, this is a very simple matter. Either your client is in this country illegally or she isn't. If she is, she has to be deported. How does she plead?
Guilty, Your Honor. I have entered this country illegally.
I don't think that Thorne has any romantic feelings for this girl, but I can see that lawyer's mind if you're working, coming up with that argument.
Oh, no, Stephanie, I did not come here to speak as a lawyer. I came here to speak as a friend. Look, Thorne has put himself on the line. He broke the law when he hired Claudia. Now he's fighting to keep her in the United States. One doesn't go to those extremes for a stranger.
You don't know my son.
I mean, you think he's doing it just for a principle? I doubt that.
It's apparent to me he has some pretty strong beliefs about this.
That doesn't mean he's not involved with this girl. Look, Stephanie, I can't tell you what to do. Lord, you've been through enough hell lately, what with Ridge's wedding and Thorne's separation. It's just, I don't want to see you and your youngest son at odds over this.
What's one more upset? I'm really very angry with him already, and it hasn't anything to do with this girl.
Stephanie, it's up to you. If you want to help, you've got to get to that courtroom right away. Goodbye, dear.
Jonathan, wait.
She's gonna be all right, Mama.
Lucian, she's going to be sent away. You heard her voice. She had no hope. That is not like Claudia.
Then we must go on without her.
How? Alone in this land that is not our own? Without our home, our family, our life? First your father, and now your sister. What will become of my little girl?
And on further inspection, we found Miss Cortez to be in possession of a forged green card and false documentation. She was then charged and taken into custody.
Submitted as People's Exhibit number 3 and 4, Your Honor.
Would you like to see these, Mr. Hart?
I've already seen them, Your Honor.
Go on, Miss Emerson.
Your Honor, the people rest.
Mr. Hart?
Your Honor, our only witness is the defendant.
You're still under oath, Miss Cortez. Answer all questions truthfully.
Claudia, would you please tell the judge why you fled your country?
Your Honor, we've already been through this.
She's right, Counselor. We know why Miss Cortez has left her country.
Judge, this woman is clearly a political refugee. She fled San Carlos as a result of a military coup and sought asylum in the United States. Had she stayed, she would have been murdered just as her father was.
First of all, we have no proof that her father was killed. And secondly, she didn't apply for asylum. She crossed the Mexican border into the United States under cover of night. That's an illegal entry under any definition.
She applied for asylum, Your Honor.
And she broke the law by working before asylum was granted.
Can you read the paper, Mrs. Emerson?
That's enough, Mr. Forrester.
Your Honor, it's a matter of public record. This woman's family was the ousted power of a military coup.
That may be true. But the fact is, for whatever reason, our State Department has not granted her request for political asylum.
But I'm certain they will once her situation is
You're
taken under...
speculating, Counselor. I think I've heard enough to make a ruling.
At the very least, Your Honor, I respectfully request that you take this under submission before making a ruling.
That is not necessary.
Your Honor, her life is at stake. Doesn't that count for anything?
Mr. Forrester, you're speaking out of turn. One more outburst like this and you're out that door. But to answer you, yes, we are concerned about her life. In most countries, she wouldn't even be sitting in a courtroom. She would have been arrested and deported immediately, or worse. We are by far the most accessible nation on the face of this earth. Anyone can come here. Anyone can apply for citizenship. But there are rules. There have to be rules, or there would be chaos. Now, Miss Cortez has chosen not to follow those rules. Oh, I know there are mitigating circumstances, but even those do not justify her entering this country secretively. She could have, for instance, taken up refugee status in one of San Carlos's neighboring countries, and then gone through the appellate process of applying for asylum here. There are many options she could have taken up, but she didn't. She chose to flagrantly disobey our laws. Now she's asking this court to ignore that. Well, I'm sorry. I cannot ignore that. I'm ready to rule on this matter. Miss Cortez, will you please stand? I hereby rule that you be taken into custody and immediately be...
Excuse me, Your Honor. May I address the court?
Who are you?
Your Honor, my name is Stephanie Forrester, and I have some information pertaining to Miss Cortez. Would you please allow me to address the court?
Listen.